topic that we have, it is a CIF integration. Okay, that is a core interface basically. Okay, so in S4 we don't need to integrate core interface because most of the master data is automatically transferred from like SCP4 to PPDS. Okay, but in case if we are integrating S4 with some other third-party tool like APO, okay, or if we are working with ECC with APO for the PPDS functionality, or like when we are integrating two systems with the core interface, then it is very important for you to understand that how core interface works. And it is very important like activity that you have to do, because like if this is inconsistent and if it is not monitored right, then there will be the huge business impact. Okay, all these master data transactions will get impact. Okay, just yes, Kumar, do you have any question?
No, nothing.
So when we are talking about the core interface now, so core interface is important in terms of connecting two system, right? So we have multiple ways when if we are connecting two system, like you see that if there is a third party system, or if you have worked on MES or MDG, so there is a multiple system. Like core interface will work within like a SCP product where you have this SIF functionality. Like there is a SAP ECC and there is a SAP APO. So if those system need to integrate, that you have the interface called, that is a core interface. Okay, or it is called SIF. Okay, so where you need to set up everything, you need to set up everything into ECC. Okay, in a source system. Okay, this SAP APO does not consist anything. It is completely working based on what data you have from ECC. Like this is the input system. It does not store any, like some of master data it gets stored, but it is based on like T lanes or some data that we have to maintain in APO, right? So they have some tables where these all the data get stored, but not all master data. All master data flow from ECC to APO. So you need to configure a core interface. Okay, so when you configure a core interface, so there is a two activities that we have to done. Okay, first we have to do what? We have to create integration model. Okay, we have to set up a create integration model. Then second is we have to activate integration model. Okay, so just keep in mind when I'm telling you about the safe interface, so it might not like in S4 HANA, it is everything is there, like all this transaction is available, everything is there. But is S4 to S4, we will not be able to see all those things. But if we integrate our S4 system with any other system like our sorry, with APO, okay, then you will be able to see that how itself, because in S4 HANA, let me open a system. Okay. So if you see that CFM1 is a transaction which is basically used for integrating creation of integration model. So you can see there is a two type of object, which is basically we do SIF. Okay, first is your material dependent object. Second is your material independent object. Material dependent object means like your purchase, sorry, like your BOM, okay, your routings, PDS. Okay, these are what, these are your material dependent object. You can see here in S4 itself, material dependent object, material planning, ATPs, supply area, MRPs area, plant, contracts, purchase, schedule agreement, PPM. All these things are what, these are the material dependent object. Okay, without material you cannot create schedule agreement, contract, you cannot create planning materials, right? So all these things are what, it's a material dependent object. And sales order, all these things. Like you also have the material independent object like customers. Okay, customers, vendors, CD class and characteristics, work center. Okay, maintenance order. Okay, all these things are what? It's a material independent object. Okay, so the best practice is whenever you are creating a core interface. Okay, so for the individual object, for the whether it is a material dependence or material independent, you have to create a one integration model for a one object. But it suppose this is your dummy system. So all these in a dummy system, you can create a one integration model for all these objects. Now, what is the meaning of creation of integration model for a single object or creation of a model for all these objects? So basically what happens when we are using a two system, right? Suppose I'm explaining you this core interface with this point of view, like we are integrating two systems. Okay, we are integrating ECC with APO or vice versa, right? If something is going from here to APO, that is called outbound. Okay, it is a outbound. If it is coming into SAP, that is called inbound. Okay, so we have few transactions which basically monitor like what is my outbound, what is my inbound, like status of my inbound and outbound. Okay, suppose something we are doing a transfer from ECC to APO and it is not going and some error is coming. So where I can see, I can analyze. There is a one two transaction code. Okay, so there we can configure it. Okay, the sequence of master data transfer, like I was saying, like master data. Okay, where I can close this. Okay, so object means like the sequence basically. Okay, so what is the sequence of transferring master data? Like if I want to transfer all the data from ECC to APO, then what is the sequence? How it get to transfer? I cannot directly transfer my PDS. Okay, if I transfer PDS, then here it will be, suppose I transfer my production version, like you see bomb plus routing, it's my production version. Okay, so if I transfer my production version here, it will become what? It will become PDS, what's called PPM. Okay, it will become PDS PPM here, but it will not work if I directly transfer my production version into APO. It will not work because, so this why it will not work, because here you have to make sure material is available, here you have to make sure your work center is available, so you have to make sure your prerequisite master data should be there, right? Bomb and routing, before bomb and routing you have to make sure material, work center, plant, everything should be there. So what is the best sequence, like not best, but what basically I use, or whenever there is I need to create a new integration model, first you have to make sure like first plant you have to transfer. Okay, so you know like what it's become here, it's become location, plants become location here, what we have previously studied, this. Okay, so same what you need to do, first you need to transfer plant. Okay, then second it's what, second is a material. So you have to make sure plant and first is material, then it's a plant, then material. So what will happen if you transfer material first? So material you have created in ECC and you have transferred via core interface, then it will not come here, because material product that you have created, it's extended at my plant level. Okay, just let me check. Okay, recording is okay. Okay, so material that you have created, it's extended at my plant level. Okay, so thus it will not go, it will give the error message like plant is not created or location does not exist in APO. Okay, like this. So you have to make sure first the sequence is you have to transfer your plant. Okay, then what next? It's a material. Then second is what? It's a work center. Okay, you already know, right? If work center need to use for advanced planning, that in S4HANA, you have to make sure there is a checkbox, right? You have to click on that checkbox, it will become resource. In material master, you have to click on the advanced planning, then it will be visible into your PPDS. So that what you need to do in S4HANA. But if you are working with the core interface with the ECC and APO system, then you have there is a no functionality just to click on advanced. So there is a no advanced planning checkbox. So you have to save all those things. So the sequence is first plant, second material, then third is work center. Then fourth is what? Fourth is your production version. Okay, then fourth is what? It's a production version. So it will be created as a PDS here or PPM here. Okay, production version. Then what next? This is the way that I use it. Like second is stock and batches. Okay, stock and batches that you need to transfer. Like you can have multiple batches with the stock available, right? There is a one storage location, just for example, PR01 having batches, like suppose ABXX, ABZZ. So you have two batches. So all these batches will come. Just you have to make sure like stock and batches is also activated. Sales order with ATP check. Okay. So this is what I usually do. And PREC and PO, like purchase requisitions, purchase order, and plan order and production order. This is what we basically use for this. Or of course, if you have MRP area is activated, that you can also transfer with material plus MRP area, that you can also do it, right? So this is the sequence that you have to use when you are integrating your ECC with your APO system. And for all of these, you have to create an integration model. Okay, integration model, you have to create it for all these objects, and it has to be scheduled in a sequence, right? So suppose material I'm not creating on daily basis. Okay, so sorry, plant I'm not creating on daily basis. So plant I will be creating a one integration model, then I will transfer it. But material, there is a frequently change, and I'm creating a material, or it might be on daily, or suppose weekly I'm creating. So it should be a scheduled program, right? You have an option whether you can schedule in a background or whether you want to do it a manual. Okay, like same way work centers, if there is a changeover in capacities and there is a new work center is getting added, like same with production version, stocks, okay, sales order, PREX, PO, all these things. So you have to make sure like it should, because two systems should be aligned. It should not like here in SAP it is showing 100 inventory, in ECC it is showing 50 inventory. So it's become inconsistent, because everything planning I'm doing in APO, whatever the stock I have in APO, that will be considered for my planning. If there's a mismatch between these two systems, that my output will be wrong. Okay, so you have to make sure your core interface is aligned, you don't have any inconsistency between stock or materials, right? So this is very important, because every time this is basically the usually challenge comes, right? So it should be aligned in company, like where the core interface they are using. So there is a separate and dedicated person for monitoring these core interface, all these object, all these inbounds, outbound, everything. Okay. So do you have any question now? So I will be going to SAP. Okay.
I think it's okay. Yes.
Okay. Okay, so the transaction code that we have for core interface, that is a CFM1. Okay, CFM1, that is a create integration model. So if I want to transfer material, so I have to make sure like first is my plant. Okay, then material. Okay, material having MRP area, then I have to make sure. Okay, then MRP area will also be transferred. Okay, then if there is any contracts, there is any schedule agreement, purchase requisition. Okay, I want to transfer storage location stock. Okay, and if there are any plan independent order, sorry, plan orders, PREX, production order. So if I don't check here, then it will not go, right? Or in SAP APO, so material I have added as advanced planning in S4 HANA, that will be activated for advanced planning only. Okay, but in APO, if I don't send any material, like what material MRP type I use, like if I want to plan any material in in APO, then I have to make sure that my MRP type is XO. Okay, but even I have maintained PD, that material I can also transfer to APO system. If material having ND, that I can also transfer it. Okay, so what I need to do, I just, now you are seeing these options, right? So these are the option which material I want to transfer. So you can type that material, like suppose FGZ001, that I want to transfer. Which plant I want to transfer from LP01. Okay, like so material is not a correct selection. Like you cannot give any single material. Okay, so basically there might be the nomenclature or based on the other material, like material type. Okay, MRP controller, MRP type, or ABC indicator. So these are the other options that you can utilize to create an integration model between SAP to APO. Okay, so you can also give, suppose you having some nomenclature, like you are using AWS, and you can give like this, like all this material which is starting from AWS will be the part of your core interface, even new creation or there is any change in existing material. Okay, but what we usually do, we don't create integration model with this material nomenclature. We usually give, because there is some business rule, like if I'm using MRP type T01, so all material where that MRP type is T01, that will be part of my core interface. Okay, so what I have done here, I have selected all these material, all these objects, and then I can create a new integration model. Okay, so like I will go again CFM1. Okay, CFM1 means like you have these three options, that model name, logical name, and APU application. Logical name, like if your system, like this is my S4 HANA system and it is only integrated with my S4 system. Okay, S4 HANA PPDS system. So I'm not seeing a number of logical system. Like if this is my ECC and there is it is integrated with my APO, or in your company, if you are working with SAP ECC and you will see, now go to this transaction. So if your company having APO or any other tools which is basically integrated with the core interface, then you will see there will be a number of logical system. Okay, so if you see, if I enter this logical system, just let me complete start it, like model name. Suppose I want to transfer plant only, right? So you can create a, like what I was telling, so integration model. So integration model basically, just let me come here. So there is a three part, like model name, like you will see it is here model name, logical system, and APU application. So model name, logical system, and APU application. Okay, APU application. So model name, you can give any of this model name. Suppose I'm creating a model integration model for plant. So I can give like model name, like in LSMW, we give project, sub project, all these things just to know, right? Just to identify what is there in this particular integration model. So I give like it is PP location. Okay, logical system is a not default, like there will be the logical address for my destination system, right? So what basis guy will do, they will create a logical system, they will create RFCs and assign my system. Like if you will go, just before going to that, just let me complete it. Okay, PP location, then you will be having a logical system, that's a PP application, like APU application. So I usually give a same name, right? Why I give a same name? Just to know, right? So suppose to more, because this is a one time activity, I'm not creating an integration model on daily basis. It is a one time activity. If something I need to create for few object, or if there is a need to change my integration model, at that time I basically work on CFM1 or CFM2. Okay, so, but if it is created once, then it will be keep monitoring. Okay, so how I would know like this integration models belongs to my location and this integration belongs to my material. So that is why I am creating like this, like this is a PP location. Okay, then there will be the logical system. So problem is here now, if I select a logical system, then all these things will get vanished. Okay, all these things will get vanished. So now the another is, it's a APU application. So these two give, you can give any name, right? Based on your understanding, like how you want, right? So you can give any of these name. So this is model, this is logical system, and this is a API application. So now if you want to transfer plant, okay, then you have to select this and you have to write down which plant, right? So in your system, there could be the multiple plant, right? You might have 100 plants, 2 3 plants belongs to your manufacturing unit and other facilities belongs to your warehouse, shipping point, okay, distribution center. So there is a number of location. So you have to make sure which locations, which plant you want to transfer. Okay, so you have write down those plant only. Okay, it should not be like you are giving multiple plant code, so it will not go. So you have to make sure, like suppose I want to transfer, I'm not selecting any plant now. Okay, I will selecting suppose LP star. This is what I'm doing. Okay, so LP star that I'm basically transferring, then what you need to do, just click here on the execute. So once you execute, so basically just let me check it, it should not work. Okay, so you will see basically what is that now, plant and all these things, it is a auto transfer. Okay, I don't in, because it is a S4 HANA system and I don't need to do anything core interface related if I want to transfer my plant. But if it is ECC system, so this is the logical system will be there for your a destination system. And who is creating these logical system? It will be created by your basis team, right? Suppose this is, you don't need to do, just for your understanding, there's a transaction code called sale. Okay, and you can go to this basic settings and go to the logical system, go to the define logical system. So what basis guys will do, they will create a logical system. Like you can see these are the logical system. Basically it is created my, there is a one logical system for my warehouse, one logical system for EWM. Okay, so there is a multiple system that is basically created in this particular S4 HANA system. Okay, so what they will do, they will create a logical system. Now what is the next thing they will do? They will assign logical system to my client. Okay, now you can see this is my 100 client. Okay, so this is the logical system basically integrated with my client. And now you have, what important thing, that you have to assign a currency also between two system. What currency will work, that you have to define that currency also. Okay, and it is a one time, like something you have did it wrong, then you have to basically so it will not be corrected. Like if you have, this is a one time activity only. Okay, so how you want to transport between client to client, right? So that you have to make sure these, and you don't need to do anything with these things, you can display, but this is completely configured by these basis consultant. In real time you will not be having this access. So logical system need to create, and it has to be assigned with your client with the definition of currencies. Okay, and what is the next thing, that you have to connect with RFCs. SM59 is a transaction to configuration of RFCs connection. So you can see that few of these RFCs has been integrated for this particular system. Okay, sorry, this is not. So you will see like it is a connection. This is a connection, and it is BP. This is the person that who created this. Okay, because this is last change why it is showing one. I'm not sure if this is a basis theme or some student has done it, but this is how that has to be. You have to create a RFC destinations. Okay, where it will go, like you have to give a IP address of your destination system where it will go. Okay, so you have to connect this, and this is your target system, and this is a message server name, and this is a group server name, and this is the IP address. Okay, and there will be login IDs, like because it is a S4 HANA system, so you don't need a user ID password. Okay, but like if you see any other system, login and security. Okay, so it is a between system between S4 to S4 only, na? So that's why. Okay, so now you will be seeing here there is a user ID. See what will happen first. There is a user ID, like you will be having a one user ID, but when you are integrating two systems, so there will be the one super user ID, like you can also say the FFID, which basically having all the access. Okay, so that will be configured by this basis only. Okay, so here you don't need a user ID, you don't need a password, because it is the same user ID and same password which will work. Okay, and this is need to configure, and once it is configured, so you can also click here like remote login. So once you click here, you will be logging into your destination system, right? If suppose it is integrated with your APO system, so you will be directly logging into APO, because you already have user ID, you already have password, so it will directly log in. So you can click here, by clicking on this you will directly come into your destination system. So this is something also need to configure. Okay, then only you will be having a logical system, and you don't need to do anything with APO. Okay, in APO you have to just integrate, like from this system I will be having data. Okay, that only you need to do it, but integration model you have to create in a source system only. Okay, so like this is core interface. Okay, and you can create it like contract. Okay, suppose I want to transfer contract or maintenance order. Just for example, I want to transfer maintenance order, PP order. Okay, why I'm showing you this, because all these thing is already integrated and I don't need to do anything with that. Okay. So what I need to do, hit enter, then go to the maintenance order, click here. Now I can select a rules like, okay, for which maintenance order I want to transfer from this to my PPDS system, because this particular object, material independent object, still need to do SIF. It is not automatically going. Okay. So I'm creating an integration model like, oh, okay, I want all the maintenance order which is there in plant LP01. So once you click here, order type, I'm selecting all these order type will come for plant maintenance order. Here I don't need to do anything because it's for material dependent thing. Like then hit execute. So once you execute, then you will see, okay, I have 6 maintenance order here. Did you see? I have not all these order because there can be the multiple order, but the object which is basically transferred from these 3 order, 6 order type. Okay, PM0123, YPA0123. Okay, all these plant maintenance order has been. Now you can see it's create integration model. Okay, integration model is created only, so that's the transaction code called CFM1. Okay, it is a create integration model. Okay, now there is another transaction code CFM2. Okay, so once you have executed this, so it does not mean ki it is transferred to your APO. It has not yet transferred. So here it is only telling ki you have created integration model with the 6 objects. Okay, so now what is the next thing that you need to do? Select it and click here on the create integration model. So what it will say, integration model generated for the targeted system and application PP order. Did you see? This is means like your integration model is created now with these 6 object. Okay, with this 6 object, whatever will come in these 6 object, that will get transferred. Okay, now what is the next thing that you need to do? So there is a CFM2. CFM2. CFM2 is what? Activate or deactivate integration model. Okay, so basically what it means. So now just understand. Okay, so let me first execute it. So this is the default screen and you don't need to change any of this. Okay, just you have to give a correct model name and correct APU application name. So I want to activate my integration model. Okay, you can have multiple integration model, but which integration you want to activate, so that you can give a name and then execute. Then execute. So you will see this is the integration deactivate or integrate. Click here on this. You will see both having a cross status. Okay, both having cross means this is you are transferring a first time, because this is a new integration model that you have created and first time it is getting transferred. Okay, so that you can see 15th of March or this time it was created at this time by this user ID. So what you need to do, okay, I want to transfer my maintenance order. So you have to activate it. Currently it is not activated. So you just have to make sure active. Okay, so once it is active, then you will see, okay, it is activated, and what you can see how, what is basically transferred. Now it has been transferred to your PPDS. Okay, but where you can see the detail. So go to here and click on the detail. So you can see what has been transferred. So we have transferred almost like all these object will come, like you have transferred maintenance order in this particular integration model, and double click on this. You have transferred maintenance order which is basically coming within these order type. Okay, so what we have done here, we have activated core interface. Now just example. Now I hope you have understood this. Okay, so just assume now we are doing it today. Tomorrow I will be creating a new maintenance order. Then tomorrow I will be creating a new maintenance order. So all it will be automatic get transferred. Okay, but what I need to do, I need to what I need to do, just go to CFM1. Then I need to create integration model again. Like suppose any new maintenance order is coming. Okay, so that will get basically automatically it will get transferred because you have already scheduled a job. But anything you want to integrate new order type. Okay, just for example, I am making a change in maintenance order. I want LP01. I want order type YB, or just click on F4. I want only these order type, right? maintenance order PM01. I only want to transfer order which having the order type PM01. So what I need to do, execute. Okay, then click here and create an integration model, and you will see integration model is created. So currently it is not get transferred. Now go to CFM2. Okay, so you will see there is a two line item. Okay, initial, see, there is a some issue. I need to check it. Okay, so previously we have activated this one. Okay, because now the core interface will be linked with my previous integration model. So whatever was there in previous integration model, based on that my data will be getting keep transferred. Okay, but now I need to stop previous one. Okay, but I need to activate a new one. So in new one, what will happen? All the data which is there with the order type PM01, that will get transferred only. Okay, other will not get transferred. Okay, so what it's saying, there is some issue when I am clicking on the start. Okay, so I will check it, but this is where you need to do for every object. Okay, for every object, you have to create an integration model. Okay, you can give a name like it's a PP location, PP material, or you can give a PP product. Okay, like PP work center, PP like PDS, then PP stocks, like this, PP sales, PP rec. Okay, and PP plan order. So like this way you can give a model name, you can give a APU application name. Logical system, you will be having a logical system based on whatever the system, whatever the your basis guys have defined. Okay, so you have to do it for individual line item. Okay, so now you see that CFM1, CFM2, it's a very important transaction. Now another important transaction is CFM3. Okay, activate or deactivate integration model. So basically what happened, like before going to that, just let me show you the program name also. Okay, for CFM1 SA38, suppose tomorrow you want to schedule a background job for this. Okay, background job you want to schedule for automatic transformation, that is remotely. Remote gen. Okay, so you will see this is the program name, remote gen. Remote gen is a program name for create integration model. So basically why you need it, if tomorrow you will be not doing CFM1 every time. Okay, there will be the background schedule, like every day on 10 o'clock my material will get created, like integration model will be created again, like on daily basis I will be scheduling this background job. And then what will happen, there is another program that is for CFM2. CFM2 is for the activate, like remote gen act. Okay, so this is my another program to activate my integration model. So you will see that I will schedule a background job with this program, like to activate this. Okay, to activate my integration. Or so this is the thing that you have to do it on daily basis. It will be whether it is a scheduled job or that you have to do it manually. Okay, so this is the thing that you have to do. Now the next thing that is a transaction that you will use is a CFM5. Okay, CFM5. CFM5 is basically, suppose, and one more thing, like there should not be multiple core interfaces. Okay, suppose I have created a two integration model like CFM1. So this is the one integration model and I'm creating another integration model. Okay, another integration model for maintenance order itself. Okay, now I have included all these plant. Okay, all the plant I have included. If you see, like there is a 407 object in different plants. So what is the case now? And if you save it, integration model is created, and you go to CFM2 and activate that integration model. So you will see your core interface having two integration model, which basically cover your both same plant, LP01 in another integration model and LP01 here. So means there is a duplications of
integration model. So this is basically wrong. Okay, so you have to make sure there should be only one integration model active for one object. Okay, so how you can identify and how you can search. So there is a transaction code called CFM5, which is basically search for filter object in integration model. So you want to search it for what? If you want to search it for the maintenance order. Okay, maintenance order. So you can execute, like click on the maintenance order and execute. So you can see basically okay, so you can see just go to LP01, LP01, execute. There is a 5 maintenance order. Okay, and you can see which integration model is basically there for these plant. Okay, click here, select it and go to models. So you can see there is a 1, 2, 3, 4. 4 integration model is there. Okay, which basically was created on this particular date. So this is wrong for, because see, for a single plant and for a single order type there should be only one integration model. So I can see there is a multiple integration, there is a 4 integration model for a single object. So this is wrong. So what you need to do, you just have to make sure. So and even if it is 4 integration model is there, but at a time there should be one should activate. Okay, only one single mod, one integration model should be activated for this. Okay, it should not like every integration model is active. So you have to make sure even you have 4 integration models, so that should have only one active. Okay, so basically what it means, why I'm showing you this transaction, so you can check if I'm transferring any material, whether it is a part of my SIF or not. So here you can come and you can check whether it is there or not. Okay, so I hope this is clear, CFM5.
Yes, sir.
Okay. See, as a day-to-day job now, if you're working as a core interface consultant, so these are very basic transaction that they basically use. Okay, now another transaction is what? It's a CFM5, CFM7. Okay, CFM7 is a delete integration model. If you want to delete certain integration model, okay, so like suppose I want only select inactive integration model only. So I want to see how many integration model is there, which is basically inactive. Okay, then you can enter your logical system. Okay, and you can enter your if you want to see specific to, like suppose I have created a multiple integration model just for example, and all is starting from PP. Okay, now I know if any integration model is there which is belongs to my PP. Okay, that should be active. Okay, so I can give a name like this, or I want to see all the integration model which is there in SAP, then I can see. Okay, so all these integration model come. So now you can see, okay, so these are my integration model which is basically activated. Okay, and these are the integration model which is not active. Okay, so I can delete those integration model also. Okay, delete integration model, or just go and delete it. It is also required. Okay, why it is required? So basically what happens, just a minute. Okay, so basically what happens, like this is basically required when you are doing the housekeeping in a core interface. Housekeeping means, like as I given you example, so every day there is a scheduled program for a work center for production version basically. So you will see in a CFM2, in a CFM2, CFM2. Okay, you will see whenever you there will be a scheduled background job will run, so you will see there will the multiple logs. Okay, multiple logs. Suppose it is a 15th of March. Suppose it is starting from 10th of March. So you will see there is a multiple line item. And by mistake, if somebody make activated your previous log, right? So which log was created on 10th of March? If somebody has activated those log by mistake, then what will happen? Whatever the data is there in a current system, right? Means whatever was there data till 10th of March, now that will only go. So if any new creation or any new object has been created, that will not go. So there will be the inconsistency. So what basically happens? So they, so what core interface guys do, or what APO consultant basically do when they are working with the core interface, they create they schedule a job, right, which basically deletes their CFM7, which basically deletes their inactive logs. Okay, like inactive logs, and they make a selection of which was created -7 days before, right? मतलब एक हफ्ते से पहले का जो भी सिस्टम में पेंडिंग इंटीग्रेशन लॉग पड़ी होती हैं या inactive logs पड़ी होती हैं, that get basically deleted. Okay, this is the way that they set up these integration model. Okay, so what they will do, they will make a selection of inactive integration model only, select and delete it. So these integration model will be deleted. Okay, these integration model will be deleted. So this is what CFM7. Okay, so we have done it CFM3, CFM5 we have done, CFM5, CFM7. Okay, CFM3 there is another transaction, that is our CFM3. Okay, active and or deactivate integration model. So this is another transaction which is basically frequently used. Okay, so go to this transaction. Now here you can see all these activate integration model, because we have already deleted my inactive integration model. So you can see, okay, like PM orders. I'm going to PM order, that just double click or go to the start. Okay, so it is already activated. Okay, so this is another transaction which basically possible in background. So if you want, see what will happen, CFM1 and CFM2 you have done it. So from here also you can also activate or deactivate your integration model in a background. So you will create a background job, like you can see your program name. Okay, remote AC2. So this is a program name basically which we usually do for activate. Like if you see, it is similar to CFM2. Okay, CFM2 is also the same transaction, activate or deactivate integration model. It is for when you want to do it in a without foreground. If you want to do it in a foreground, that you can use CFM2. But if you want to schedule this in background, then you can use it CFM3. Okay, so what you have to do, activate all integration model. You have to create a, you have to save a variant. Okay, then you have to schedule it in a background. That's what you need to do. Okay, CFM2 is transaction for, sorry, CFM3 is a transaction for setup in background. CFM3. There is a one more transaction code for deletion. Okay, just let me see. Actually, there is a remote me for delete integration model. Okay, so there is a program for delete integration model. If like I have already shown you, like if you go to CFM7. Okay, so CFM7 is a transaction code, and the same for that same program is there. See, program will be starting for remote. Okay, so you can see if, how many program is there. So you can go and check if you want to schedule anything in a background related to core interface. Okay, so that you can see it here. Okay, like it is activate, deactivate, or create, or it's a delete integration model. So this is also important model, and you have to select a background job. Like, okay, so if you save it, then how many integration model you want to delete it. So you can select it. I want to delete all inactive models, and which is basically older from which date, so that you can also select it. Okay, so it is another important program or T code that you can use it for integrate your core interface for deletion. Okay. And in APO in S4 HANA, there is some transaction code like SCP APO CQ. Okay, SCP APO CQ. Okay, so you can see like here it's a CIF cockpit. So whatever it's your inbound, whatever is your outbound, that you can also monitor here. Okay, within a single transaction. But there is a one transaction which is called SMQ1. Okay, SMQ1 is your RFC monitor outbound queue. Okay, whatever is going from your this system to your another system, that is what RFC monitor, that you can see, that is a outbound queue. Okay, so SMQ1. Actually, let me see SMQ1. Wait a minute, because it's on the same system. Okay. 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 So SMQ1, it's a outbound. So basically, whatever is outbound is relevant for CIF. So you can see there will be the prefix will be CF. Okay. Prefix will be CF. So whatever is starting from the CF. So currently there is a no outbound, because see, even we are doing CFM1. So let me go and check with the CFM1. So outbound, basically outbound queue, you will only see whatever is stuck. Okay, suppose you are transferring from SAP ECC to APO. Okay, you are transferring product, because in what will happen in your real-time system now, there will be the multiple queues, right? You are transferring product, you are transferring schedule agreement, contracts. There is a number of things. So all these things get transferred one by one. Okay, so what it basically means, and it is very fast, like you will never see anything in a outbound queue until unless either your system is very slow, or if there is something issue at a destination, your receiving system end. Okay, so that only you will see, like your outbound queue is get stuck, and all you will see here. Okay, so might be your receiver system, something connectivity issue is there, or some login issue is that receiver system at that particular things will come here. Like I will try, okay, CFM1, I will try to transfer a some master data. Okay, I will try to transfer suppose class and characteristics. Okay, and I will be showing you all these things. Okay, I will take it as star, but okay, so these are the class and these are the characteristics, and then I will go to CFM2. Okay, to activate it. So if I activate it now, you will see, now select it and start. So if I start it, then I will see that queue for current initial data set, so it degenerated. Okay, like, okay, QFC monitor. So you will see it's inbound. Okay, just take a second. Okay, just some issues there. Okay, so no problem. So outbound, all these queue that you will be able to see in a outbound. Okay, because in a same system we having inbound also, SMQ2. SMQ2 is a inbound. Inbound means like you have transferred SAP ECC to your APO system. Now from APO to, you don't need to configure a core interface at a APO end. Okay, core interface integration model CFM1, you will do at a ECC only. Okay, but if you have integrated, so from APO some data can come. Okay, that will come in like called inbound queue. So here you will see all these things. Okay, so and if you maintain here like waiting queue only, like if you maintain here X, so you will see whatever having the error messages. Okay, so okay, so no queue having error messages. Okay, so if you remove it and execute, so you will see all these my queues which is basically stuck. Okay, so what I need to do, I just need to select and clear it. All these will go. Okay, but you can see if you click here on this any of these core interface job, so you can see this is the queue name. Okay, so it is basically like, let me transfer it, just select, and how you can do it, Suppose it is status is coming as ready, means it is ready to come. Matlab there might be some issue, now that issue has been resolved. So now you can reprocess it. Just select and go to this activate. Okay, so once you activate it, that is, this is the queue name, then continue. So it should go. Like if you refresh it, like it is, the status is called running. Okay, now it has been completed. Okay, so what you can do, like these all inbound queue which is basically stuck here. Okay, and there might be some issue due to any error messages. Suppose in APO you have converted your purchase requisition into purchase order. So that purchase order will come to your in ECC system if your material does not having purchasing view activated. Okay, that it will show like, oh, purchasing view is not activated, so that then you will not be able to create a purchase order. The same order, same error message you will see here, but I am seeing all these queue is status with the ready. Okay, and it's a ready status, means like there is a no issue that can be clear it. Like might be that system was not configured, or system was not receiving, or some configuration things. Okay, but you can see if there is any issue, like you will see in a error messages. Like if you double click on this queue, then you will see there is a this is the functional module which is basically working, and this is the transaction recorded. If there would be any issue, that you will see in a where it is, if you double click here. So currently the status is coming as a transaction recorded. Okay, if there would be any error message, that you would see with the error messages. Okay, and here as a status it will be shown as a error. So what you can do now, see, if you want to see what data is there in this particular inbound, that is not possible. Okay, so this is the format is basically there. So if you, even if you want to see, okay, what error is there or what data was there in that particular queue, that is not possible. Okay, but if there would be any error messages, like just we get the standard error messages like work scheduling view does not exist, so that you can see here. So if that material is there, then you can see, okay, this is the particular error messages. Now what I am doing, I am having these multiple inbound queue. So what I'm doing, I'm just clicking here and then activating. So this is the basically is a part of day-to-day monitoring of your core interface job. Okay, this is the day-to-day part. Okay, what they guys usually do, they keep checking if whether there is any inbound queue or there is any outbound queue is pending in SMQ1 or SMQ2. So they clear it. Okay, so what is the impact basically? Suppose today I have received a plan order or production order from APO to ECC, but due to some issues that has not been received in ECC, right? So it will be keep pending here. Okay, it will be pending here. Just let me see if for today. Okay, so this is we have created today. Okay, 15/3, 8 o'clock, 8:47. We were transferring some data like PM order, so that you can see that we have these two orders, two line item. Okay, PO inbound. And how you can see it is related to your, like you can see it's a ME21N transaction which happened in ECC. Okay, ME21N. So if I try to create it, just select this or execute under this further process. Okay, go back, select it and click on this activate and continue, refresh. So you will see it will go. Okay, that because it is in a ready state. Okay, if you double click it, then you will see this is also belongs to MD12. Okay, so these all are your inbound queue. Okay, so basically this will get auto clear. Okay, this is supposed to, or you can also select and delete if something you want to, like select all and you can delete it. Okay, but this is not a correct, you don't need to delete any SIF queue. So what is the basically means, you have transferred something from APO. Okay, it is coming here in an inbound. Okay, due to any error messages or any issue, And if you delete it from here, then it will be not visible in your ECC, because you have deleted that particular information. So the best way, you just have to clear those queues. Okay. And so suppose there is a stock transfer order. You are transferring a STOs from APO to ECC, right? You are transferring a STO from APO to ECC, or you're transferring it is from ECC to APO. You have created a stock transfer order in ECC and you are doing transfer. So it will be applicable if something I have created, the delivery is in future, right? Which having delivery date in future. If the delivery date is in past, then I'm transferring those STO, that does not make sense, right? So you have to make sure there should be the correct data which having the correct delivery dates and all those things, so that older inbound queue that you can delete it. But on daily basis, if you are monitoring something, like, then it has to be clear, it should not be deleted. So if you are deleting this, then it will create a problem between these two systems. Okay, so and there is one more T code, like SAP APO, and it's a C3 or C2. Okay, data is low. Okay, so this is basically assignment of a logical system to business system. Okay, see, this is the transaction between assignment of a logical system to business. Like this is what this is. I need to check. Okay, this is a SCP indicator. So it is for the inbound queue. Okay, SMQ2. Okay, SMQ2 means like I am receiving an inbound. Okay, so you can see this is a bus system group and this is my logical system. Okay, this is my inbound queue, whether I'm configuring it for inbound and outbound. So whenever you are integrating two systems now, so this is another important configuration basically that has to be done. Okay, so what it is telling during the inbound, I want I want to handle my errors. So every time it should be post processing of error, no splitting of. So basically what it means, like I don't want to terminate any error messages. Okay, so if some error comes, suppose there is I'm doing some transfer from APO to, okay, from APO I don't need to activate any core interface. It will be automatic. Okay, so you don't need to do anything. You just need to configure RFCs. Nothing needs to configure at APO end. Okay, if some data is coming from there to SAP, okay, how I want to react to that particular information, whether I want to terminate immediately, okay, or whether I want to give option like post processing. Post processing means whether I want to reprocess it at a ECC end like SMQ2. So post processing of error, no splitting of LUW. So you have to make sure this is the correct way. Okay, even if you select this, that is also correct, but it will give you the immediate termination. Okay, it will not put it, because basically what happens, my ECC system is under maintenance. Okay, or my APO system is under maintenance. So during that particular time, I will not be able to transfer anything from SAP to APO. So what will happen? All my background job, but in ECC, all my background job will work. Okay, all these background job will work, and everything will get stored into my outbound queue. Okay, so if it is not completely finished, it will be there in SMQ transaction. Okay, so once my SAP APO is activated, my maintenance is completed, then what I will do, I will go to SMQ2, then I will activate all these, or I will reprocess all these queue, then it will be visible into my APO system, right? But if I say terminate, okay, if I say terminate, then what will happen? All my outbound, so currently it is set up for inbound. So if I set it up for outbound, or I say the immediate termination, okay, then what will happen? Even if my SAP APO system is under maintenance and my scheduled background job is working on daily basis, then what will happen? All these information will get terminated. Okay, so for the particular day, information will not be visible into my APO system, right? Once it is come back. So day after that, when that schedule will run again, then only I will be having that information. Did you understand this part? Like,
Lokesh, yeah, this I got. Sometimes, like the systems are down, will stop the jobs, even queues, everything. Isn't? At that time, I
No,
think we need to come here and we need to do the setting.
no. It is a one-time setting. Okay. So if your APO system is down, so that does not mean like in your real time you will be having multiple background jobs, right? So that will be wrong practice that you have to stop all your background job and then you have to, right? So so basically either this is a scenario that has to be done by basis. If something has to done, it's a functional consultant, right? So it's a wrong for you, right?
Around,
So what will happen if you forget some background job, because there will the multiple background jobs and right, and it's a maintenance part is very common, right? Might be your somebody is updating some patches or something they are doing it, right? So you have to make sure like your post processing, and it is not only for this, okay, for say if you can have multiple system, your like MES system, your SCADA system, your MDG system, okay. So immediate termination is not,
should not. We should
it
not.
should not be there, right? You must have a logs, right?
Mm-hmm.
Suppose my MES system is doing having production confirmation on daily basis. I have all the log. Okay, but my SAP is under maintenance. So what will happen? That particular system will not be able to push the data to SAP because SAP is under maintenance and it will not receive, right?
Right.
So all these data will get stuck my PO end. Okay, so once my SAP came back, then all these information I will consume.
Yeah.
This is the part when I have a post processing scenario. If something is a immediate termination, then what will happen? I will not consume it. Then I will need that payload again, right?
Yeah. Yeah.
So it's like if the infrastructure build up like that, then you can do this. But the best practice is what I have seen or what I have configured. It's a post processing scenario.
Post process. Okay. Generally, this is maintained by basis team.
Yes.
Oh, there will be. Okay.
Abhijit, any question?
No, Lokesh, it is clear to me.
Okay. So there is a one more transaction code that I'm just okay. SAP APO. It's a CPP one. Okay, it's a CIF post processing that you can see here.
Hmm.
Okay, so if there is any error messages, okay, like see, I have shown you CFM SMQ1 and SMQ2. So it is a basically combination of those two things. Did you see?
Right.
So it is this to this and this to ERB. Okay. So this is a single transaction where you can see, okay, whatever is going from SAP to any other system or whatever is coming from that system to ERB. So you will see the both consume both thing here. That is a SMQ, that is a combination of SMQ or SMQ1 and SMQ2. Okay. So queue manager that will directly open into that is a SIF cockpit. The transaction for the SIF cockpit is a CC, that is SAP APO underscore CC transaction. Okay. So this is basically about your core interface. Okay. But in here in S4 HANA, we will not be having that part available because we don't need to do anything. Like in Material Master, we just have to make sure it is activated for production. Oh, sorry, advanced planning. In Work Center, it is activated for advanced planning. If it is working with PPM, like I have to migrate, okay, this is the PPM I have to transfer. Okay, like suppose LP01, I'm doing suppose production version transfer. Okay, then I have to select a material. I have to select a production version. Production version is basically like I'm creating version 1 2 3 4. Okay, so in some company what they do, they have a nomenclature like PP01, PP02, PP03, like this way they create a production version. So you can create a version like which version you want to transfer it to your SAP APU system. Okay, so we have to make a integration model with PPM, right? If you see that I have to create a one integration model for this. Okay, PDS for production version. Then you need to select. But in S4HANA, we don't need to do this. Okay, what we need to do this instead of doing this, we have a transaction code called like go to logistic. That is a Karto ADB underscore create. So this is the transaction for master data transfer. Okay. So this is what we need to do. We need to select material. Okay. This is similar like core interface. Okay. Like same way we are doing it. Okay. That is a absolute transfer, and then we need to transfer of production data. Okay, it will directly go. This is what we do. Instead of doing CFM1, CFM2, this is the way that we are transferring PDS to S4 HANA. Okay, so like nothing has been changed in terms of, but in S4 HANA, when you are, so all these things are automatic. Your stock is automatically visible. You don't need to do any SIF integration model. Like if you see CFM1, you have to create a integration model for stock, storage location stock. Okay, sales order stock. You have customer specific stock, transit stock, project stock, vendor special stock. You have to create integration model for all these things. Okay, so now it's very easy. Like for sales order, you have to create an integration model. Plan independent order, plan order, sales, or this thing. For or there is a one more thing. Okay, it is missing here. Okay, like batches that you have to transfer and okay, all these like your customer, your vendor. So all these things you need to transfer in S4. Sorry, in ECC. But when it's come to S4 HANA, like you are seeing, there is a just no business partner, no customer, only these master data that you need to transfer. Okay, contract, purchase info record, schedule agreement, maintenance order. Okay, class and characteristic that you still need to transfer it. Okay, suppose you have created a class and characteristic and you are using these class and characteristics with your suppose CDP scenario. Okay, and you are using this is anywhere in a materials, in a work center, in a routing. Okay, you are using any classes to suppose sometime we write dependencies and all these things. So it will how it will be visible. So you have to make sure this is activated. Okay, setup group and setup matrix that you have to create a another integration model for that. Okay, so that only you can transfer it and only these data is required now. Other thing has been automatically transferred to your APO system. Okay, so this is the part which is basically related to and SM59. This is important. Okay, so I know these things because once I get the opportunity to configure a RFCs with my basis guy. Okay, because then only I got the opportunity to understand this. Okay, but this is important because even this is RFCs to RFCs. If you are integrating this system with your PO, SAP PO, okay, or any another middleware, so then you need to know right how this is integrated. So then you can work on these.
So Lokesh, we need to do under ABAP, no?
No. See, you don't even need to touch all these things.
Okay.
Okay, this is completely will be taken care by your basis guy. They will
Basis
do it.
guy.
That is their job. Okay,
Okay.
but as an end-to-end part, okay, so if you have some visibility over this, na, even this what we have basically done, right? If somebody asks the how this core interface is basically integrated and how it has to configure. So configuration. So in a core interface, there is a nothing called configuration. Only these RFCs need to configure. So you need to configure your source system and your receiver system. Okay, all these system needs to configure, like your SAP ECC and your SAP APO. Okay, so here you will be creating a logical system. It's two logical system.
Okay.
This particular system will be having logical system. This also will be having a logical system. Okay, logical name basically. Okay, now these has to be both system has to integrate. So all these settings, all these core interface, CFM1, all these things you will do into SE. But here you will tell, okay, this system will be integrated to this system. Here you will tell this logical system will be integrated to this system. Okay, that only you have to do it. So
Okay.
all these things you will be doing into this ECC system, all these CFM1 creation, CFM2 creation, everything. Okay, and these all things is there. But if you are working with the S4 with ECC, okay, S4 with APO system, then you will be having a separate different logical system name. Okay, So when you will be having a different logical system name, then you will be seeing all these are activated.
Yeah.
Okay, all these things will be activated. So I can also do it now, just but that will not work, because I can give any random logical name that I can assign it here, but it will not work. But you will see if you are working with any of this your ECC client now, then you can see open their integration model, or what you can do, go to your SM37 and enter a program name, right?
Mm.
Basically for the activation of integration. Then you will see if they are working, they're having APO, then you will see that will be the background schedule based on like whether they are doing daily transportation or weekly, monthly. Okay, basically all these integration model is a weekly or daily scheduled.
Daily,
Okay,
no?
because stock is very important for you.
Mm. Mm.
Your plan order is important for you. Master data might not you frequently change, but still you will be having an integration model. And all these integration models should be in a this sequence only. Okay,
Mm.
this is the sequence. It should not like you are transferring version first, then you are so and scheduled background job is also within this sequence. First you will transfer this, then you will transfer this, then you will transfer this like this.
Yeah.
Okay, so this is the sequence. If it is in different order, then you might see some suppose you are transferring stock first, then you are sending material, then it will not work. Okay, and now see,
Definitely inconsistency.
yes. Okay, now we suppose like then one more thing that we are creating a plant. Okay, like now we don't need to do anything like with the core interface. So now you will see that I'm creating a new plant. Just for example, like we are starting a fresh and I'm defining a new plant. Where it is logged. Okay, so suppose first time I'm transferring a plant with the S4 HANA advanced planning. Okay, logistics, define valuation, define plant, new entries. Suppose I'm creating a DY01. This is my new plant. Okay, so it is my DY01. Okay, now you will see. Now you will see logistic, go to advanced planning, master data, and that you will see the location. Okay, this is my SAP LOC3. Okay, so if I type DY01, then you will see, okay, display, or you type a location type.
Mm.
Okay, then you will see like location type does not exist. Okay, so this location does not exist because see, there is a some schedule that you have to run, or even if I create a material MM01, okay, so I'm creating a material Y, suppose test, okay, and DY01M FERT. I'm creating a material with basic data, purchasing, MRP view, and advanced planning. Okay, so DY01. Okay, so wait a minute, it is asking for a one configuration. Okay, SPRO, CPF. Try assignment. Mistake. It is asking me if you to assign my plant with a company code. So you will see MM01. I'm creating a fresh material. Okay, basic data purchasing MRP 1234 MRP view DY01. Okay, it is my test material kg. Okay, it's suppose MRP type is ND. Okay, and I'm activated it for advanced planning. Okay, and now save it. Now what you will see, create plant dy as a SCM location. Okay, so material is not basically location does not exist. Okay,
Mm.
I'm trying to transfer my material like just by clicking on this advanced planning, but it's saying okay, location does not exist. So that's why I'm telling you this is the sequence. First, you have to make sure you have a plant exist. So what I need to do, so there is a this is the program basically. Okay,
Mm.
that you can use it. That what it basically do, it's create a location like SA38. Okay, go to this program and execute. So what you need to do here, you just need to enter this dy01. Okay, and just let me go to the another transaction just to give you this complete visibility. Okay, logistics. Okay, advanced planning, master data, location, this. So I'm entering dy01, it is not working right now. Okay, once I execute it, I'm not telling anything to my system, just entering plant and execute. So you will see location dy created for plant. Okay, so what system has done? System has automatically created a location. Did you see?
So that
So
means we are telling system like this location is a partner, business partner.
sorry.
We are telling system location as a business partner.
No, no, no. Yes. See, in SAP, all your business partner, customer will be coming as your location on.
Uh-huh.
Okay, so that will be location. So
So what is
here,
this
what I'm doing,
transaction? What is this transaction, Lokesh?
sorry.
Transaction? What is
So
this
transaction, so it's a program, it's a SAP AP create under location. The
okay.
program, the T code is SAP. So it is for create basically. Okay,
Okay.
so this is the program name that you have to use to create a location. Okay,
Okay.
SAP. So APO dash create underscore location.
Location.
Okay, so but we are, see why we cannot see this is something a one time, like every day we are not creating any
Got you.
Location.
business or location. So even you have any vendor or customer, right? It is created on daily basis, or so then you can use it, right? Then you can, because see like I can have a new vendor. Suppose I'm creating a new business partner in SAP. Just you don't need to do it for your only for the reference part. I'm
One time actually.
yes. Let me see internal number ranges. Okay, it is suppose my DY01 812 2100. See my that is business partner is created. Now what I will do, I will assign it to my okay. Now this is my business partner. Okay,
Vendor.
so how it will not be created in SAP. So you will see. Okay,
So
so this is not created.
so we have to create manually.
Yes,
So it
so
may
you can see
use.
that then you will run a schedule background, right? Schedule job that will create a business partner. Location this created for a business partner. Did you see?
Yeah.
Now this having created in SAP. So this is
Maybe vendor we have to give location type.
sorry, location type will be
Business
102.
business partner.
Okay, so it will automatically assigned. Okay, so see in ECC you can also change it if you want to change it, that you can go and change it. Okay, like you can create a, you can assign another location type also, but system will automatically categorize based on what you want, you are doing plant or is a shipping point or any MRPs area, so that system will automatically assign with the location type. Okay, that you don't need to do anything. But in ECC, okay, so there is a configuration in ECC that you have to tell this location is my warehouse, this location is my manufacturing plant, this location is my shipping point, so that you have to do it. Then only in ECC it knows that this is what this location is what. Okay,
So this is
so
same. This is program, no location. The
this
LOC3 only.
this
Same
is a
thing, no?
program
Uh-huh.
SAP 38.
Uh-huh.
Sorry, this is a program SAP APO create
Create
underscore
underscore
location.
location. Okay.
Yes. So when I will be like we have just done this. Okay, but we will be having master data session. So I will be writing individual program name for this master data wise. Okay, but like suppose we have covered this, so let me write it down. Location underscore create.
We have one program also there, Rakesh, like regarding CIF, no? CIF reconciliation, something is there, no?
Yes,
CCR.
yes. See, that is also there. SAP APO
CCR,
CCR is
no?
it is at a yes, you are right.
That
Okay.
is CIF reconciliation something, no?
Yes,
This,
if reconciliation, it is at a like
uh-huh.
this is a transaction. That is a comparison.
Correct,
Okay.
correct.
So
Uh-huh.
this transaction you will use when you will be there at a APO. Okay,
Mm-hmm.
SIF comparison and reconciliation. So basically, what is that? Right. Suppose there can be some discrepancy. Okay, between two system. It can be in terms of like what example is there?
Stocks, for
Just
example.
for your stocks, just for example, stock. In ECC, it is 100 units. In APO, it is a 90 unit. Okay, so every time you have to run this reconciliation to just to get this
Mm-hmm.
exact data. Like what you want to reconcile, I want to reconcile my manufacturing order. Sometime like suppose I want to reconcile my storage location stock. Okay, so that you have to select and you have to run. Okay, so there could be the like for which plant you want to do it. Suppose LP01, like execute. Okay, you have to assign model also. Okay, so you will see there is a error messages. Okay, total missing in APO. So these are the location, these are the stock which is basically missing, like it is not visible in APO. And there is a difference in quantity. Like actually in R3 it is showing you this, and in APO it is showing you 510. Okay, so this is basically the reconciliation between like you are saying this is a APO system and this is a R3 system between two systems.
So in S4 it is not required, no? Not
In
required.
S4 it is not required because like your system is see because it is in a one box na, so all these kind of inconsistency does not come.
Generally. Generally.
Yeah. So
Okay.
these it is a but when you are with the two system na, so there is a lots of discrepancy. Okay, might be you have integrated your integration model was activated yesterday. Now after that there is a stock change. Okay, some transit inventory is there, or some there is a some background job, or like there could be the number of things. Like you don't know, right? What could be the reason? But here you have to come and you have to run this CCR just to get what is the discrepancy, and then you have to like what I will do. Okay, if something is less in APO, then I will transfer it. It's something is less in ECC, then I will like
Transfer, yeah.
yes.
ECC
Just
to
what I need
APO,
to do.
APO to ECC.
Okay, suppose let me check it whether it is showing me correct. Okay, like go to CP APO RRP3. Okay, RRP3 that I'm checking the inventory of my LP01. Okay, and stock. So current stock it is showing the 510. Okay, so I will do this send to APO. Okay, click here on the APO. So I will go reconciliation was triggered for the object. Okay, so it is basically done. Sorry, iteration I'm doing it again. Okay, now you will see like SAP APO RRB3. Sorry. Okay, now go to the stock. Now you will see. So what I'm
Same.
telling you, like it is same, right?
Same.
Okay. So you will see here, this is a frame that it's still showing me this discrepancy.
5,
Okay, so
okay.
error code is this W like might be some outbound queue was deleted. Okay. If post processing record exists for the core interface. So there could be the reason like why it is not transferred. So suppose my post processing record, okay, so that is not integrated, or like, see, in this system you are getting these things, but in like live system you will, these things will not.
not come.
Okay, I need to check it because why the stock issues is coming with the CCC, and there is a ATP category. Okay, like if I go, there is a multiple categories of my stock. Okay, so if I go and check MMBE, okay, LP01. So what kind of stock is basically not there? So whether it is my like it is my stock available at a
Unrestricted. No, this unrestricted stock. No.
all this is my unrestricted stock.
Uh,
But still there is some discrepancy because my actual stock, what it's showing, it's a
1610.
yes.
1610.
Okay, it is showing me 150. Okay.
Actually in that is in ECC 1610, but in APO it is showing as for no. Simply
Yes.
that is under 510.
Yes.
So that could be the reason.
Batch is activated. Okay, no problem. This
No
part I will
problem.
check it.
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah. No, this is okay. This live. No, in live we can check some
Yes.
examples. Yeah.
Okay, so next part we will be spending over this PPDS master data. Okay, like individual master data, I will show you how it is created, like what just today we have done it a location type. Okay, so we will start it from production version management, and there is a few things left within this topic that I will check it. Then I will also will explain those part. Then we'll start these things. Okay. Okay, so tomorrow we will connect same time.
Okay.
8 o'clock. Yeah.
Okay, guys.
Okay. Then Rakesh.
Yes.